You are watching In Conversation This Week with Miceál O'Hurley.
This is Miceál O'Hurley reporting for Diplomacy in Ireland, the European diplomat. We're back with an old friend, levgen Klopotenko, an internationally famous chef. He's been doing yeoman's work feeding the people of Ukraine during this crisis. Levgen, how are you?
Hi, I think that now I'm okay because I'm in my kitchen and I'm cooking. And when you're cooking, it means that you're okay.
I spent the last few weeks in Ukraine embedded with the Sturm Special Purpose Marine Battalion. I know that as I came through Lviv, you were cooking there. What were you doing in Lviv and where else are you cooking?
Actually, what I'm doing in Lviv, I'm open the bistro where I'm feeding the people, because when I was first times there, I was cooking in a railway station for the huge amount of people, and I saw that it's refugees, and I saw their eyes, and their eyes was empty, and I understood that I should help because I'm working for the people, and my heart was painful because it's so sad to see these people, and you understand that they don't have the houses to go back, they don't have the money to live forward, they don't have the job, they don't have nothing, and you see that they're in a huge desperate. So I understood that I want to open some bistro, some place where I can feed the people, and where I can help the people with the food. Actually, for now, cooking for the people start to be like cooking for the saving the lives. It's not only just for the having the fun, to give new emotions, to sometimes when I was working in Ukraine before, people stayed in line to eat my food and to pay like a lot of money. But I think that it's not like main thing is food was created to help the people to survive. And this bistro is for the refugees bistro. Well, how it works, because a lot of people in Ukraine now are helping to other people, and they doing that in a different way. I'm cooking, but I need I need money to buy the products. I need money to pay the salary and all these things. But I created such a model that I have two menus. One menu is a menu for the people who are able to pay now, and they can go to my bistro. They can buy some nice Ukrainian dishes, and they pay check there. And I'm taking this money which they paid, and half of this money I'm paying the salary for the people, and second half I'm buying the products for the refugees. So this automatically system which are working, and it's like one people who is paying, helping a lot of a huge number of people who are not able to pay. So for every day is, for example, 300 people a day who I'm feeding for free. Actually, I opened the one in Lviv place and one in Ivano-Frankivsk. It's like 100 kilometers from Lviv, and I'm doing exactly the same because I'm trusting that I believe that that's helping for the people, for my people.
Well, Levgen, I can tell you that I've met many refugees that you fed, and your food and your presence, having an internationally acclaimed chef serve a refugee food, gave joy to a rather miserable experience. So let me just pass on for them their gratitude. I know that you have designed menus for schools, for the military, and I also know you took a diplomatic mission recently. Are you continuing to work with the government? Tell me about that work.
Yeah, I'm working with the government because I know English, and if you know English, it's a nice thing. You can work with the government, and if you can cook and you can speak, it's perfect match. That's why they like me, because I'm working with a lot of ministers. I work with the economics, with the education, with the health minister, and the international relations and the culture. So I'm working for the 5 ministers, and this time Minister of Culture, they saw that one lady, she's a spoker man, I don't know who is she, for the International Relations Ministry of Russia, and she said that borscht is about genocide. What is that? I don't know what she was speaking about, but I understood that I need to answer her. That's why I asked the Ministry of Culture, and they wrote the document, and this document gave me opportunity to go outside of Ukraine. That's why I went to the Poland and then to the Germany, and I was speaking about the borscht, and I was like, it was my answer for this thing, that for her words. So I need to answer. So I answered, and also I was cooking the borscht, and when you cook the borscht, and I speaking with a lot of restaurateurs, and I say them, I'm giving them the recipes of the borscht, and I want them. These restaurateurs are cooking borscht in their restaurants, and this is the way how I want the Ukrainian culture should live. And after the war, because when the war will be end, I think that not much people can speak about Ukraine, because okay, war is end, so it's not more interesting. But I want in brains Ukraine be not only about the war but about the culture too. That's why actually what I'm doing, and in a few next weeks I will go in 5 countries also doing that. So I'm working for the government in different levels. I'm helping with the menus again, and I'm helping with the supplements. Everything what I can do, I do for government.
Well, I have to tell you, having eaten with the Marines, the Sturm Special Purpose Battalion chef, they've nicknamed him Klopotenko. So you've not only fed them well, but you've kept them healthy. Chef, I went throughout the country. I went from Lviv to Kharkiv, then to Luhansk. I saw a lot of Ukraine while I was there, and I estimate that about 30% of the arable land is currently being planted. Do you expect there to be food shortages in Ukraine? What is the impact of this war having on Ukraine's role as the breadbasket of the world?
I think that in Ukraine, we're the first country who is exporting the sunflower oil, and the second country who is exporting flour. So I think it's going to be a lot of problems in a lot of countries through the world. But I think in Ukraine it's going to be everything okay, because now when war started, we had some problems because the food chains, the food supply chains, was broken, and a lot of the storages was broken. But now it's everything remade it. I don't know, renew it. I don't know how to say it, but the situation changed, and we have all the products which we need to live. I think that we won't have the salmon, we won't have the red caviar and all this posh expensive products. I think that a few years we can forget about them. But if you're speaking about the food for the life, 30% of you said that 30% are planted, and I think it's enough for the people, for the nation to live, because I think near 50 or 60% of our products were exported, and a lot of our places where, I don't know how to say in English, but the places where people plant the products, it was before the war. Farmers was planting the products for the export, and now because of the Ministry of Agriculture, I think that they are planting that what we need to survive. So this changing of the exporting thing, and they start to work not for the outside the market but for inside market, and this much more better. Maybe farmers, they won't be so rich as they were before the war, but anyway, I think that people will be alive.
Levgen, I was speaking with Andriy Sadovia, the mayor of Lviv, yesterday or the day before. And several times when he and I have spoke over the last couple of weeks, he's had to go into air raid shelters. There's not a place in Ukraine that's considered safe anymore. Have you come under fire? Have you had to go to a shelter because of air raid sirens? Does it interrupt your work?
For the first 2 weeks, I went to the shelters because I didn't know what to expect. But then I understood the sounds of the rockets. I can hear the sound of all the things. So, organism of the human beings, they are getting used to everything very fast. And when I'm cooking in my kitchen, I don't hear the sirens. I don't know why. It was like a 20 times already because I'm cooking and something is happening and I'm just cooking, and then I understood that was the siren. Yeah, but it's a lot of people now doing like me because you know that it's destiny, or you will be killed by a rocket or not. But you should just understand how you should perform and what you should do if you see the alert. To go to the bomb shelter is nice thing, but if rocket strike in some places, you can be how it's called, the building can fall and you can be blocked and you can die the same. So if you hear the different alerts, you know how what you should do, you know where you should stay, you know what you should do. So I'm not going now to the shelters anymore, but I know why I'm doing this. If I will see that it's going to be like every day I will have 15 or 20 air alarms, I will go. It's like it's hard to understand, but it's how people do in Ukraine much.
Well, I take it from a former soldier and someone who's been at war for 40 years. What you're doing is reckless but brave. But stay safe because the country needs you for morale.
Oh,
Last question. Your business model, fantastic. It gets people fed that don't have anything, and that's critically important. But support from the West is also important. How can people support your work? Where can they send funds so that you can continue to feed the people who are going hungry?
So the easiest way is just to write me on Facebook. You find me on Facebook. I'm Yevgen Klopotenko. I think you can find me easily, and then you just write straight to me that I want to help, and I will give you or PayPal or my all the requisites, and you can easily help, and I will be grateful for that because I'm taking this money, I'm buying products, and I'm cooking for the people. Because there is a lot of different funds, but if you want to have me, just better to write straight to the Facebook.
Well, I'll certainly send people there. We'll share that information. Levgen, do you have any last message, anything you want to share before we go?
I just want to say thank you for the world that you're helping and you're supporting us. We just need more armor, and if you will have more armor, we will win faster this war. And actually, that's all. Thank you for the support. Help us push on your governments, and I think that Ukrainian people will kill this the most awful evil in the world, and we will save the Europe, and we will save a lot of people if you just will support us. And so we need the armor, and thank you for support.
Well, from your lips to God's ears, there you've had it. An internationally known chef, levgen Klopotenko, an old friend. He is doing yeoman's work in feeding the people of Ukraine and keeping the cultural heritage of Ukraine forefront in people's minds. That's about the future. But what he's asked for isn't food, but armor. There you have it. A chef is asking for armor because he knows that Ukraine is not only fighting for itself, but for all of Europe. And please support levgen's work in feeding the people. Stay safe, Levgen.
Thank you very much.
This is Miceál O'Hurley with Diplomacy in Ireland, the European diplomat. We've been talking to levgen Klopotenko, internationally known chef, and now a man who feeds the hungry, no matter who they are or where they are in Ukraine. Thank you very much.
Thank you.